Welcome back to the BlaqSkooz Fools show. We're having a convo right now with Luck, Bo, Coobie, and myself. We were getting a little heated a few minutes ago about this brother in Atlanta getting shot in the back twice. The police officer let off 3 shots at him, where I felt like he had a lot of different things he could have done instead of shooting him in the back 2 times. You agree with me, Bo?
Yeah, it definitely. Death is the last option, right? I think for a police officer, you just need to be well trained. And I mean, it's easier to say, I don't really like to do the Monday quarterbacking where you say this should have happened, but to shoot somebody going at the opposite direction now, if you and somebody is tussling for the gun and the gun go off and you think that's the last thing, but I'm not harming you running the other way, even if I have your taser. I'm not harming you. I don't understand that. That just doesn't make sense with me. Regardless of what
How do you
happens
figure that's
that,
not harming nobody?
because
that's
you're running away with a taser.
And that taser hits me and it hits me in the neck.
The taser was already fired from what I understand.
No. In another video, you see the taser being discharged. You see the spark coming from the discharge of his taser, the Rashard. You see his taser, when he had the taser, it let off a spark and you saw it. And then that's when the officer shot at him.
No, that's the reflection from the light from when he raised it up. It wasn't shot. He didn't shoot it off. It was already discharged twice. You cannot do it more than twice.
So this is my point. Everybody has valid points, but at some point we have to take responsibility for knowing right from wrong. And I say that to say this: we're taught at early ages what we should not do, no matter what the consequences are. Like, if you touch the stove, it's hot, you're gonna get burnt. We know these cops ain't playing. So why would we put ourselves in a situation for them to prove it? And we continue, hold on. We continue to put ourselves in a situation. No, it's not right. Nobody should get shot in the back. But once we put ourselves in situations where it might happen, it increases the chances of it happening.
I understand the whole accountability thing.
We just can't.
I'm not giving no excuses for his behavior, but he still should be breathing.
I'm not giving excuses for the cops' behavior either.
He still should be breathing.
Neither one of them. You're right, he should be. But when you put yourself in a situation like
the situation
to go back at a cop, to go at a cop like that, to go try to take his gun, whether it's his handcuffs, his nice thing. You putting yourself. We can't keep putting ourselves in a position to give these cops any reason to do anything to us.
But
him drinking and driving, it's not even about the drinking and driving part. It's like, why would you even go there? You know these cops not playing.
But this is the thing. This is the thing.
Going for his weapons.
I agree with you, Luck. We shouldn't put ourselves in that position. But that doesn't stop us from saying, like, yo, this dude is wrong. He should be locked up. Yeah, and he should be punished for his actions.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that Caucasian people train their kids to handle cops a certain way? Do you think do white people have to sit down and talk to their kids and say, hey, if you run up on a cop, you need to put your hands on the steering wheel. You need to not say nothing. You need to do this. Why, as black people, if we talking about equality, why do you have to train me a certain way to handle a police officer? Aren't we all equal? That's what doesn't make sense to me.
But Bo, he did. He spoke to him very respectfully. Yes, sir. No, sir. Throughout the whole 45 minutes encounter, very professionally. But he got spooked for when the cop was all nice to him and and then he jumped. All right, I'm arresting you, and start grabbing him. So the guy got shook. He's like, "Where's this coming from? We're having a good conversation. This is going." And I mean, that's what it appears to me. He got scared. He's like, "Oh my God, what they going to do to me?" And that's when he started fighting off, because he was respectful. He did call him sir the whole time. Yes, it was cordial. It was extremely respectful the whole time.
Language. Go ahead, Coobie. I see you shaking your head. No.
No, it's a sensitive issue.
I mean, it's very sensitive. I'm not saying that the officer shot him is the right thing to do. I'm nowhere near saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you take responsibility, what you did wrong, and put the handcuffs on, we have a different story.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been intoxicated before?
Yes.
Are you the same person when you're intoxicated and when you're not?
Not really. Not
exactly.
The same, no.
So as a trained professional,
but I
be able to handle that person?
I have, but guess what? I have been pulled over while under the influence, and guess what? I answered the questions. I did what they asked, and I turned around when he said, "I'm going to put you under arrest." I had said, "Okay," and turned around and let him put the handcuffs on me, and we went down to the precinct.
But that's you're different.
I didn't give, but no, it's not just the difference. It's not just the difference. It's the law. You said turn around, put your hands behind your back. I'm going to arrest you.
But
so
isn't
the
law not for you to get shot in the back? Isn't the law not for you not to get shot in the back?
Why am I setting myself up for another notch?
You intoxicated,
to me?
Man. You intoxicated.
Listen,
you intoxicated.
No,
again, I've seen white people walk away from doing way worse to police.
But let's stop going off to white and black. Let's just stay with this story and let's stick with
story.
Right. And he should have just got arrested. Now, if he would have had the handcuffs on and then he tried to kick the police and he ran and then something like that happened, then we got another story. That's all I'm saying.
I just don't agree with it.
I agree. If you put the handcuffs on, he'll still be living. I agree with that.
I don't.
If he didn't get shot in the back,
so
he'll still be living.
You think
he didn't get shot in the back
with the handcuffs on?
No, if he didn't get shot in the back, he'd still be living.
Well, I'm saying I don't think it would have went that far.
We saw somebody got strangled to death with the handcuffs on.
That's a whole nother story.
He just
that's a different story.
No, but
that's
but it plays a part with this. It plays a part with this. This man.
Two different stories.
I finished. This man just saw someone, another black man, get handcuffed and strangled to death by three white cops.
First of all, it plays like you want to throw at me. He was influenced. He was under influence. So guess what? So he didn't know he didn't remember no story that went on.
So has he ever been locked up before? Didn't he said he was mistreated by the police? Wasn't he doing the documentary? About his mishaps in the jail?
And how long ago was that?
It doesn't matter how long. He still remember the run-ins. He still was talking about, prison reform.
But that was back then. He's not talking about that now.
What you mean? Of course he's not talking about that.
You know what I mean.
You're right. Because he got shot in the back twice. Yeah. You're right. He's definitely not talking about it. And he'll never be talking about it again. Why? Because he got shot in the back twice.
Yes. Definitely. And I just can't.
I mean, so many things could have went differently, but they didn't. The end result is a man lost his life
because of another guy him in the back.
I understand it's poor judgment on everybody's part.
Because he didn't want to get put in.
Poor judgment. It's poor judgment on everybody's behalf.
Okay.
Correct. I agree with everything you're saying.
The first poor judgment started with the drinking and driving is against the law.
Correct. Yeah.
Second part, the cop, he did his job. He read him his rights, whatever. He did the testing and all that. It's a part of the process. It all is a part of the process. We can't keep blaming other situations for the reason why results happen. Us as black people, we know that nothing is fair in this world.
We can't.
We know, right? We already
needs
know
to be
this,
fair, and we need to strive for it to be fair.
It does need to be fair, but until then,
and we need to strive for it to be fair, and that's how we make it fair by us conversating about it and pushing the issue.
Risking my life to try to test the system. It's not me risking my life.
I don't think he was.
No one is saying it.
I'm not. But listen, let me talk. I'll let y'all talk. Let me talk.
Go.
If I know I did something wrong, I am not going to fight the cop because I'm a big black guy. The results will not be in my favor.
That's you.
And if I
no
end
one's
up
arguing
dead,
with that.
Hold on. Right. So you have to know the consequences. We know what's going on right now.
Man was intoxicated.
They're going to say, I told him that I understand. That's his fault.
I agree with you, Locke. I agree with you.
Right. So hold on. Let me ask you a question. So being intoxicated is illegal too?
No, it's not illegal. But in public, it is in certain states.
And he was
intoxicated behind the wheel.
And guess what? He was asleep. How you know he didn't think he was dreaming?
We don't know what he was thinking.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So we can't do.
We can't what? we can't what?
You can't do all this. Oh, if he would have just put himself in handcuffs, you don't know. If he was that intoxicated, he could have thought he was dreaming.
First of all, he didn't know where he was at. That's how drunk he was.
No, he was wrong, and we can't act like he wasn't. He was wrong, but that doesn't mean he deserved a death sentence for being wrong.
Nobody.
These guys
he deserved to die.
Yes, and we need to point it out. That's what we need to do. We need to point it out. That's supposed to be our main thing we're talking about. This dude was murdered because he did something wrong.
Why are you discharging your firearm at a man running the other way? Why are you shooting him in the back?
Because he shot the taser at me. He shot the taser at me.
Taser's not a lethal weapon, though. How many people die from a taser?
Plenty of people died from tasers.
So you're saying it's okay for them to kill him?
Heart attacks
on that, man.
They had heart attacks.
Hold on. John, it sounds like you're saying it's okay for them to murder this man.
No one said it was okay. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is this. You set yourself up for something to happen to you.
He's intoxicated.
You keep saying that. But
we
you
agree.
keep saying that.
We agree he did something wrong, Cool.
So does he get a pass because he was intoxicated, Bo?
Exactly.
You keep saying he was intoxicated.
No, but as a trained professional, you should know how to handle it.
Yes.
And he did. He tried to put him in cuffs as a professional. I didn't grab you around your neck. I didn't try to throw you to the floor. I just grabbed your wrist and asked you to put it behind your back. And then that's when he wanted to resist arrest. Once you fight me as an officer, you fight me. Now you putting yourself in section to get whatever happens to you next.
Because you're a black man.
Get murdered. You get murdered.
Listen,
once you fight,
you're black, brown, yellow, white, whatever.
Nope, you're lying. Nope.
So what you're saying? So you're saying once he started to run, he put himself in danger to get murdered. That's what you're saying?
Once he struck the police officer,
He's pushing him off of him, and he got the hell off there, and he started to run away.
This is what I'm saying.
He got murdered.
But you're saying it's okay to push the police. You're saying it's okay to.
No, I'm not.
That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that. You shouldn't do it. All right. If you think I'm saying, I'm telling you right now, I'm not saying it. He shouldn't have did it. But just because he did it, it doesn't give them the right to murder him.
Listen,
that's what I'm telling you.
You set yourself up for something to happen next.
So real quick, cool.
All right. This is good. These two guys are professional police. They should know. Listen, I should not shoot someone in the back, even if he try to resist arrest. That's once you have a job, you know that is a possibility. Listen, someone's going to resist arrest, and I have to do my due diligence
to deal with
to lock him up, but not murder him. And it seems like we're giving him a pass. It don't seem like we're giving him a pass. It seems like you're giving him a pass for murdering him.
So cool. Let me ask you this. And look, so tell me one time y'all seen for real a white guy get killed on camera by a police officer. Like how many?
I saw one. I just saw one the other day.
One.
I saw one also.
You asked me a question.
Yeah.
I'm answering your question. I just saw one the other day.
And I bet you
this white cop let off, and he had the AK and let off on this dude.
Yes, and I bet you I can name it because there was only one.
And where was it at?
Texas.
I don't know I think it was Texas. Yeah.
Give me
this dude here had.
Give me one.
There's only one. There's only one.
There's only one. There's only one. And why did he shoot the dude?
Because he was telling him he was playing Simon Says and he lost.
Huh?
In a way, you gotta see it.
Listen, he told him.
He was in a hotel.
He said, "Get on your knees." He said, "Get on your knees." He got on his knees. He said, "Cross your knee, your arm, your legs." He crossed his legs and lay down flat. And I don't want you to move your legs. He moved his legs. He said, "Didn't I tell you not to move legs? You disobey me again. I'm gonna put this bullet in your hand." He said, "I'm sorry. He said, "Okay, lay flat, cross your legs. Okay, stand, raise up." He raised up and said, "Whatever you do, don't put your hands down." He's getting ready to fall. He put his hands down by his waist. Bang, 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 bang. Let in on him.
Okay, so that's one.
And that's it. and that's like in the past, maybe 10 years? And that's, you go back and get another one. But guess what? We can name like 8 in less than a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, and guess what? Not only that, and we what 24%, not even, what is it, 14% of this country is black, only 14%, and we got 8 and they got 1. Don't you see? Don't you see an issue with that?
Yeah, I see a big issue.
But and that's
and you know why is the issue? Because we keep giving them a pass by saying, "Oh, blaming us for it."
Yeah.
Oh, he should have did A, B, and C. No, you should have been trained right to know not to kill a black man for running.
Dealing with somebody intoxicated. You got people. So you think?
Okay, here we go. I found something for you guys. Number of people shot to death by the police in the United States from 2017 to 2020 by race. Okay. Now the whites is in 2017. It was 457. In 2018, it was 399. 2019, it was 370. In 2020, it was 172. That was white. Now, black, it was 223 in 17, 209 in 18, 235 in 19, and 2020, 88.
Let me ask you a question.
And we're what, 14% of the population?
Exactly. So you can't do those numbers.
Listen to when you ask me questions, and I found something.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Though you can't go with.
And how many of them have guns? How many of them had guns when they got shot? And how many of us did not?
Now we want to go to the next level.
No, you have to.
You have to. Data. You have to. The data.
You can't just.
You asked me to check something out, look it up. I found something.
And that shot
we actually looked something up.
That's all.
Is that shot or killed? Okay, so we're going to take a break right here. We'll be right back.